We got an update on UFC welterweight contender Shavkat Rakhmonov. There was a quote here from his physician. We'll read the post here from Sports Key to MMA, and then I'll show you the article and the quote. It says, Shavkat Rakhmonov's physician says he's medically cleared to return and expects him back in the UFC by early 2027. As for the timeline, there are no longer any medical reasons preventing Shavkat from continuing his professional career, courtesy of Soladay_UFC Instagram. And there's an article here that I found from Cursive Media. That goes a bit more in depth. So it says that same quote I mentioned. It says right now, Shavkat is, so Kaz Informs the one who originally had this. I don't know what outlet that is, but here's the actual quote. It says, right now, Shavkat is recovering from his leg injury, training once a day. We're focusing on physical conditioning, boxing, doing what he can for now. So that's good. He's in the gym, which is great. Can't give an exact timeline for Shavkat's return yet. Everyone recovers differently after an injury. I think he'll be able to return next year, in my opinion. He could be fully ready to fight in February 2027, but for now, it's impossible to say when Shavkat will recover. So he could be ready for February. So that's good. But again, nothing 100% official. I think he'll be matched up with the top opponent right away, at least someone from the top 10, if not top 5, because Shavkat was ranked second. And of course, he was removed from the rankings in February of 2026. It's good. I mean, obviously, it's been a lengthy layoff for Shavkat, and he's sort of been forgotten in the division because he's been out for so long. We have a new champion now in Islam. Obviously, that title fight's coming up here pretty soon. So yeah, very interesting stuff here from Shavkat. I wanted to show you some other posts. Now, I don't, to be fair, there could have been something broken in translation because I don't think these quotes are in English. I think they were translated, is my understanding. But I wanted to show you 2 posts here. Agent MMA saying, sad news. Shavkat's physician indicated that he could be cleared to return to competition around the winter of 2027. How do you get February 2027 in winter 2027? So this spread like wildfire. You'll see here, number of people, almost 60,000 views, people talking about how his career's over, all this different stuff. And Perry Punch ran with the exact same thing. Of course, a big issue I have with some of these outlets is they don't credit. So Perry Punch just acting like they got the news and saying he won't return till the winter of 2027. So yeah, and then people are calling him out saying, hey, doctor said the winner, the doctor said this winter, not the winter of 2027. So people got the quote wrong here. So yeah, just again, if you're going to report this stuff, you better triple check that you got the right dates, or was this done on purpose to get more engagement? Obviously, if you're going to say that he's going to be out till next winter, more people are going to click on that than him saying he's going to come back early next year. So either way, it's not great news because we still don't know exactly when he's going to be back. Of course, he has not fought since the Ian Gary fight back in, I want to say 2025, was that, or 2024? Yeah, 2024. So he missed all of 2025. He's going to miss all of 2026. For a guy that's in the prime of his career, that's super tough here. He's 31. He'll be 32 in October. It's going to be tough. I mean, we've seen fighters come back after long layoffs and perform well. Dominic Cruz being, the best example of this. But you do have to worry a little bit about Shavkat's future. And it just sucks because he's undefeated, looks so good in his career. The Gary fight was close, and he did end up winning. But we know that he was injured in that fight too. So I think, you hope that Shavkat doesn't go down as one of the biggest what ifs in MMA history. But I think a lot of us are hoping for a full recovery, him coming back. I don't think you need to necessarily throw him in the deep end when he gets back. I think maybe get him one fight to get his feet wet and then see where he goes from there, because we don't know how he's going to look. And the injury, I believe, was a knee injury, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do a quick search here. Suffered a severe knee injury requiring surgery in January 2026, delaying his return to the octagon. So I think it was multiple injuries, because I know obviously he was injured in 2024 and then he had another injury there as well. And there was that video of him at an event, I can't remember which one, where he's limping around, which obviously is not great to see. So yeah, a little bit of an update on Shavkat. We got a little bit of a timeline, not officially, but it sounds like he might be coming back early 2027. So it's something. I wish fighters would do more media when they're out like this. I don't think Shavkat's done a ton of media. I know he doesn't speak English, but I think that's the way to kind of keep people, to make fans remember who you are and keep you relevant in the division. I mean, there's plenty of fight. Look at Conor, like for as many years as he was out, he was still making some noise for him being out of the octagon. Shavkat doesn't need to do that and be disrespectful to his opponents, but I'd like to see a little bit more media from him if he is out for so long. Keep fans intrigued, maybe even do some more video content and kind of keep fans up to date. I feel like his Instagram's pretty active, but I don't know. I just think when you're out this long, give fans a reason. And he's got 1 million followers on Instagram too. So this is one of the more popular fighters out there. So yeah, it looks like he's doing some racing and some stuff going on, but I'd like to see him be a little bit more interactive with the fans so we kind of have an idea of what's going on in the division. If we take a quick look at the rankings right now, again, this could change by the time he's ready to come back. But if we look at welterweight right now, you can see here, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys I'd feel pretty comfortable about him beating. I'd love to see a fight with him and Carlos Prates. Prates obviously has that death touch. Ian Gary's fighting Islam. How would a rematch between Gary and Shavkat go? I wonder if Shavkat could beat him again. Michael Morales also has the death touch. JDM's lost a few fights. Curious to see how that would go. Bonfim's on the rise. Bilal Muhammad, I think, would be a winnable fight. So yeah, there's a lot of things that would be interesting. I mean, imagine Islam and Shavkat at some point. That would be a pretty incredible matchup. So we could dare to dream, but again, a lot of this just depends on when he's ready to come back, what card that would be, everything else. So there's still a lot of question marks about Shavkat Rakhmonov. But again, if you look at the quote here, it's kind of a weird quote, right? Because it says he could be fully ready to fight in 2027, but for now it's impossible to say when he will recover. So why did you throw that date out then? I don't know. I thought that was a little bit interesting. But again, the good news is the big key thing, if you can take away from this video, is that we are focusing on physical conditioning, boxing, doing what he can handle for now. So he is doing some things. He's not sitting on the couch. He's not gaining a lot of weight. He's in there working. Yeah, I don't know how these guys just ran and said that, oh, he's coming back in the winter. Did they even correct it? Probably not. Yeah, just correct it. That's all you got to do is just correct the record here. Same with Perry Punch, who doesn't even quote. Like, come on, man. Takes 2 seconds to say it's from this source, and then maybe put a retraction underneath, unless he hasn't woken up yet. But I mean, you got to correct that stuff. That's just kind of my take on everything here with all that. And again, you look at the run that Shavkat was on leading into this. Very impressive. I think the one criticism of Shavkat is the opposition he's fought. I mean, Oliveira, Prezias, Harris is barely holding on to a UFC job. Neil Magny's, outside the top 10. Jeff Neal's kind of fallen on hard time. Stephen Thompson's older. His only really, really solid win here, I would say, is Gary. Although saying that, he's one of the few guys to finish both Jeff Neal and Stephen Thompson. I know Neal's been finished recently, but I think Shavkat was actually the first guy to finish Neal in the UFC, so that was good. And then Thompson got finished in the second round. So the potential's there. It's just we don't know, is he good enough to beat an Islam? Is he good enough to beat a Prates or, Morales? That's where we got to find out. So it just sucks because of the age. I wish he was a little bit younger in dealing with this, because then when he, obviously he'll be 32. We're kind of getting into that prime career. And when he does come back, is he going to look the same? I think that's a big topic of discussion here. So we'll see what happens. But again, just good to have some news on Shavkat. One of my favorite fighters to watch. I got to see him fight live against Jeff Neal. That was an incredible performance. Remember, Neal missed weight in that fight, and it was pretty entertaining. That's the thing too. Like, for some of the criticisms that, these international fighters get, Shavkat, one of the more entertaining fighters out there. So yeah, a little bit of news on Shavkat. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that he is backed by early 2027. So I don't know what you guys think in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on these quotes? Are you optimistic Shavkat's going to come back? What fight would you like to see him have next year? And what do you guys think of the fake news mafia throwing out winter to get some clicks maybe? Or maybe it was a bad translation. But I would think if you're translating it, the month would be the easy part of the translation, right? If you specifically say February, you would think that, he's going to be coming back this year. So what do you think of all this? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.